Hello there. Well, greetings and hello there, everyone. It is I, your erstwhile and beloved Star Wars dad, here with 5 early teams that might be missing on your roster that perhaps you need to fill in and make sure you've got on your roster. Now, this is no secret. I talk about this all the time when I do farming guides, when I do roster reviews. Whenever I take a look at anything, I talk about these teams all the time, but I've never actually broken it out and said, here they are. Here are 5 teams. You just can't do without these teams. They lead to so many things. So we're going to look at these 5 teams, talk about them, and talk what they will lead to and what they will do for your roster, both short and long term. And let's get the ball rolling right away with the Geonotions. You may have heard Arnold talking about these the other day as just an early free-to-play team. I talk about them all the time, guys. You've got to have Geos on your squad. If you're missing Geos, then you're missing out on the game. You're not doing it right. You're missing something. The Geos will get you into a good guild, a guild that's doing Geo territory battles. If you get your Geos up to gear 12 or close to it, get them to the minimum gear level, where you can unlock Wat Tambor shards for your guild. Let's pop it up and let's see what these guys lead to.
The Techno-Union Army is at your disposal, Count.
Well, thank you, Wat Tambor. So, yes, the Geos will lead you to Wat Tambor if you get into a guild that's doing Geo territory battle. The Geos will lead you to get to currency from that same Geo territory battle guild that will get you the Malevolence and the Negotiator. The Geos lead to Wat Tambor, Malevolence, Negotiator. They're super duper valuable. Get them on your roster if you don't have them. If you don't have them, they are a team you are missing. Let's take a look at our next team. It's going to be the Executrix. I harp on this all the time. You've got to have a 5-star Executrix with its 5 5-star ships, 6 5-star ships, I believe, by the time you hit level 78. So you can do the ship ability and materials challenge, and you can unlock your Zetas. You've got to have those Zeta mats. You'll be getting 6 Zeta mats a week as soon as you hit level 78 if you're prepared. I've covered this in my free-to-play farming guide. I cover this in depth in my 2023 free-to-play journey that I'm on right now. I talk about it all the time. You've got to have an Executrix fleet that, and probably the best fleet to be with that, to build with that is going to be your Geo fleet. You know, the 3 Geo ships, get to them as fast as possible. Spend that Galactic War currency. Spend that Fleet Arena currency. Spend that Get One currency and get your Geos, all your Geos and your 3 Geo ships unlocked to 7 stars. I already talked about the importance of the Geos. The Geo ships go with this guy. Other ships, you can use Vulture Droid, TIE Bomber, you can use Darth Vader, you can use Boba Fett, the Slave One. I'm always saying Seismic One these days, but anyway, Executrix is the second team you might be missing on your early game roster, even mid game roster. You've got to have at least a 5-star Executrix to get those 6 weekly Zeta mats. Let's move to the next one. Mud's missing team number 3. It's Imperial Troopers. And no, it's not Iden Imperial Troopers. It's Veers and Piet Imperial Troopers. You can kind of plug and play 3 of the other 5 in there. I know a lot of you guys are farming Snow Trooper as part of a Locator's Guide. To me, the lowest hanging fruit is Veers, Stark, Dark Trooper, Gideon. Yeah, Veers, Piet, Dark Trooper, Gideon, Stark. That's the team I always run. The reason I run it is Dark Trooper's there in the very first node you get. And I love Dark. By the way, Dark Trooper is one of my favorite characters in the game. He just does so much damage. Gideon, you're giving him at 3 stars at the beginning of the game, so farming him is much shorter. And Stark is a quick 7-star farm in your Cantina Energy Guild. What do your Imperial Troopers lead you to? Hey guys, you gotta farm those Imperial Troopers. And Iden doesn't work for any of this stuff. So I like Iden versus Imperial Troopers. I'm just saying, if you're choosing to do them early and you like it because they're doing Galactic War or whatever, they're great, but they don't lead anywhere. These Imperial Troopers with Veers lead you to Sith Eternal Emperor. That's going to be Piet, Veers, and Stark. Piet is going to lead you to the Executor, and he's going to pilot the Executor, and you get 2 assault battles. You get the Forest Moon assault battle and the Rebel Roundup assault battle that these Imperial Troopers are going to benefit you in. They're going to get you to Challenge Tier 1, Challenge Tier 2, maybe Challenge Tier 3. I realize to get to challenge tier 3, you're better off with like range trooper over Gideon or range trooper over Stark. There's some mixing and matching. Even people won't even use dark trooper in that that assault battle. You know, so I don't know. Well, you can kind of mix and match as you see fit. But if you're missing Imperial troopers as an early to mid game team, you're missing everything. They do a lot. Not only do they get you these things, they are a great baller team early game. I'm just autoing my way through Galactic War with these guys. As soon as you get to level 80 and Veers gets that turn meter train rolling with his leadership Omega, they are crushing everybody in their path, no matter what star level they are. They're just killers. They're natural born killers. I love my Imperial troopers. What is our next team? The next missing team you might have is Bounty Hunters. Bounty Hunters is an essential required faction for Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. You're really going to have Bosk and Boba Fett for sure. Then you might do some mixing and matching down there with Jango, Cad Bane. Really, if you're looking to go toward Executor, let's go ahead and pop up what these guys lead to. Hey, you get Chewbacca, you get the Millennium Falcon with their ships, and also their ships lead to the Millennium Falcon, the Finalizer, and the Executor. It's crazy how much work the Bounty Hunters and their ships do throughout the game for your roster. But you know, you can mix and match with Cad Bane, Dengar, Jango, IG-88. I'm not a big fan of IG-88 in the team, but maybe he's the only one you're going to have. Relic, if you go right for the Executor. Then you get the Mandalorian and Grief Karga out there. Mixing and matching. Grief Karga and Mando fit really well into like a Bosk, Boba Fett, Dengar, Mando, and Grief Karga. That's just a stunning, stellar team early. Go get your Zam Wessel later on and get her Omicron. It's going to make them even better in Grand Arena for you. But that's just, it's a required team. You might be missing Bounty Hunters. And then finally, I'm looking here, guys. Old Republic and Mandalorians. And you know where I'm going with this. And you can see right over there, our buddy, the Candyman, overlaps both factions of Old Republic and Mandalorians. We got that new Crate Dragon raid coming right around the corner. Don't get in that guy's way. Oh my goodness. So, you got to be ready for that Crate Dragon raid, guys. If you're an early gamer or a mid gamer, and you have yet to farm an Old Republic or a Mandalorian team, I think you're in real trouble because most of you guys are not going to have a Tusken team farmed. Most of you guys are not going to have a Jawa team farmed to where you need it. I think Gear 10 is minimum, and really Gear 12 is going to be minimum to get anything done. And most of you guys are not going to have a Hutt Cartel team either. You know, you might have Boba Fett, but then Greedo and stuff like that. And I'm not even sure those guys are going to work really well without Jabba being there. And that's a really long farm for an early to mid gamer. So I'm just looking really at these Old Republic and Mandalorians as at one or both of these teams. And you're going to already have, if you're farming Bounty Hunters, you should already have Jango because you got to get the Houndstooth. The Mandalorian should already be in there. You might have Sabine with your Phoenix, maybe, kind of. Bo-Katan is on Jolie Bindo's notes. You do double duty right there. Of course, Canderous Ordo, it goes both ways. Mission and Zalbar on the same note as well. So, you know, you can put these teams together because you've got to be ready for that Crate Dragon raid. And there you go, guys. There's the 5 teams you might be missing. Let's roll right through those real quick again. We've got the Geonotions. We've got the Executrix. Thank you, right here. We've got the Imperial Troopers with Veers and Piet in there. We've got your Bounty Hunters that you gotta have. We've got your Old Republic and Mandalorians. Hey, it's simple. It's a KISS principle. I'm keeping it simple, stupid. These are 5 teams you might be missing on your early to mid-game roster. Get these teams on your roster. They're required farming for all rosters these days. I hope you have a great day. Hopefully this simple message finds you in a good place and brings you some good fortune. Let me know if you're in trouble with some of these teams because I'd like to know. I'd like to review your roster so we can all have a good time making fun of you. Have a great day. Talk to you soon. Always remember, Newt's too good. Newt's too good. I had no idea that was coming.